Good evening to all the sports fans out there as we are approaching another evening of that great Sweet 16 March Madness. Got a lot of teams out there playing on the fan side. We got Parlay Poe coming in, and we got a couple of the guys here today. We got Parlay Poe, we got City League TV, we got T1 Ask Somebody, as we call him. How you feeling today, City League? I'm gonna come to you, Parlay Poe. I got you because I see you dressed and impressed for that Sweet 16 matchup tonight.
Hey, I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good, man. I love Fridays.
Oh yeah. I know you relaxing after a long week. You know, you had a little day off in the midweek with them kids, man. But we appreciate what you do, Mr. Claiborne, and it's definitely, needed in this city. And we definitely appreciate all that you do, whether you know it or not, man. It's appreciated from the heart.
I appreciate that, my brother. Appreciate that.
And then we also got our man Parlay Poe in the building. You can call him Go Blue. You can call him that team up north, but we call him Parlay Poe. How you feeling this evening?
I can't complain. Ain't nobody gonna listen to me. You hear me?
I love it. I love it when you say that. And you said it right on time because I'm gonna have to clip that, and we're gonna have to get the people. Can you say that one more time, please, for me?
I said I can't complain because ain't nobody gonna listen to me.
Man, I love it. Post game in a building. Good to see you in there post game. And man, it's just getting ready for a great evening of the Sweet 16 matchups we got. And I'm gonna get to our respective teams and the games that we got as well in tonight's matchups. But the first one I'm gonna jump into is this Ole Miss versus Michigan State. You know, you got Izzo out there, and they got Sparty 3.5 favorites. They won 143.5 total points. What's your thoughts on this game, Parlay Poe?
Well, think about Izzo. You never gonna have this team is never gonna be not ready for this. You know what I mean? They built for the tournament. You know what I mean? This is he in his element right now. You know what I mean? This Izzo time.
Yeah.
But Ole Miss, the way they beat North Carolina, that North Carolina having a down year, but they really stuck it to North Carolina. So I'm anxious to see this game. This is going to be a good game. Ole Miss versus Michigan State, but I'm going with the Big Ten on this one. I'm going with Sparty.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts?
I'm marking with Sparty too. I got Sparty going to the Final Four. So I'm Big Ten heavy today.
Oh yeah. Big Ten got a couple bangers out there, and it's possible that they can come away with all three of them. You know, I think I'm going against them, and one or two of them. But Michigan State, Sparty, like you said, Izzo is different, and I think that rose the board with us all from the WTP Sports dudes, and we appreciate you tuning in as well. When he and FanDuel they picked, I believe they went with Sparty as well with Izzo, knowing what they produce. I think they are too much for Padula and gang, so I'm definitely going with Sparty in this one. And speaking of another Big Ten team, you got another banger out there coming on with the Big Ten, and you got that Purdue and Houston matchup. And they got Purdue as a number 4 seed. Of course, Houston at the 1. Houston's favored by 8.5. 133.5 is the total. What's your thoughts on this one, City League TV?
Houston. Got Houston. My Big Ten feeling going out in this game. But I'm definitely rooting for Purdue. But as far as my bracket go and who I think is gonna win, I gotta go with Houston. And they're number 1 seed, and they're legitimate number 1 seed as well.
Yeah, totally agree with you on that too. What's your thoughts on this one, Parlay Poe?
Yeah, I'm with you, City League TV. My Big Ten homer then ran out, but this is athleticism versus IQ. You know what I mean? Like Houston athleticism, they gonna be all over them boards. They gonna jump high, whatever. But the
Yeah,
IQ of Purdue, you know what I mean, make that pass. That point guard know how to manage the game and
yeah,
find an open guy. And so, it might Cryer might be up for another 30 piece for Houston. You know what I
mm.
mean? So I'm going with Houston on this one. I'm going with Houston.
I'm glad you mentioned that name as
30
well.
piece.
Yeah, I'm glad he mentioned that name. I think we got somebody else in here with us as well. Okay. Um, I'm going with. I mean, it was really a tough pick for me. Like, I wanted to say Purdue. You know, you talking Braden Smith, you talking about Kaufman Rand. As FanDuel put me on him this season, and he's been balling for sure. But
Yes.
LJ Cryer, man, the way y'all spoke about him, I've been watching some of his highlights, and he's a dog. And I
Yes.
think, you know, we was looking for them one shining moments. You know, you had them out of these players in the way Sears played yesterday. I forget the other player that played yesterday in that shining moment type performance. And then I'm looking at LJ Cryer to have that type of performance today. I'm going with Houston. I think this is a game where LJ Cryer, like you said, get that 30 piece. And Cooper Flag, the Duke game, you know,
Yes.
his 30 piece. So you looking at one shining moments and which players, you know, you talking about all American player of the year candidates, who's gonna step up? And then this next game we got coming up, I definitely like this one because I think it's gonna turn some heads in this game. But I got Houston for sure winning this one. And we're gonna come to you last, Parlay Poe, because this is that big one. The team up north, Michigan versus Auburn. I know you came on not too long ago and you did an awesome job on that first stream you did, man. You did a great job on the breakdown. And I didn't know that things about your coach that you spoke. I didn't know y'all was from the bottom coming on up. So that's a big deal too for me in a way Wolf transitioned from Yale. So what's your thoughts on this game, City League TV?
I'm rolling with the Big Ten on this one. I'm rolling with the Big Ten. It's gonna be hard for them to beat this number one seed. And from, the butt whooping that they put on my boys, I think Michigan has their hands full. But if they play their game, and I'm gonna let Parlay Post speak on it because he know what their game is. If they play their game, they definitely have a chance of advancing to the Elite Eight. But if they have one of those games where they go in there playing around, like I'm quite sure Parlay Post has seen a couple of those games this year. You don't have time for that once you get in these tournaments.
Right.
So, I'm rocking with the Big Ten, but I got Auburn on my bracket.
Definitely. So far I've been going with all my picks myself. That's on my bracket with the picks I've made. But this one, I'm going the opposite way. And before I get to that one, post game said Houston about to make beef ribs out of Purdue. And I definitely like the way he said that because I got it as the Golden Wolf, Donaldson, Jones, and Gales with the stifling defense of Michigan. I don't know if they heard the breakdown in that parlay, Poe. The Golden Wolf, Donaldson, Jones, Gales, and the stifling Michigan defense in that second half is different. Just my opinion. And I think that makes the difference in this game, the way they all could bear down and play defense. And I'm a fan of Wolf, man. He ain't selling Wolf tickets. This is not Joe Wolf. This is a new Wolf in town. So I got Michigan defeating this number one overall seed, Auburn, out of
Ooh.
the mighty SEC. But I do have Auburn on my bracket, but I'm a fan of Michigan. And I've been watching these boys get down, as my aunt say, when it's time to grub. What's your thoughts, Parlay Poe?
Sweet 16, man. We supposed to we ain't supposed to make it this far. You know what I mean? Like I know it's like a moral victory, but I see these young guys, they hungry for more. You know what I mean? And then, like I said on the previous poster storyline is set up, Wolf beat him last year in the upset at Yale. He beat them in the upset at Yale, even though he went 4 for 15. He only had 13 points, but he helped. He had some boards, and then Donaldson, he's from Auburn, so I'm like, if they play what like they capable of playing, you know what I mean? Listen, you only have to play these games good at this point. You know what I mean? It's the best
Yeah,
team. It's the best team tonight. You know
best
what I
team
mean?
tonight.
It's
I
who the
agree.
best team is tonight. You know what I mean? And we need to be the better team tonight.
Yeah,
Even though they're the number one seed, we need to be the better team tonight. You
right.
know what I mean? And get these guys going. And board, man. We gotta protect that board. Offense
Totally
and
agree.
defense.
Yeah, I agree. And I just like the things I've been seeing. So, I mean, I don't know, man. Michigan's the defensive side of the ball, man. The way y'all played in the second half, whether it's that Big Ten tournament and especially in that championship game. The way y'all turned the corner in that second half in that championship game showed me that y'all could definitely get to the Sweet 16. And the way y'all been performing and the way Gale stepped up previously, shooting the three
Gail.
ball, which is a weapon that I think he just has in his arsenal that keep him off balance as an offensive threat. And I think that's just stirring the pot, which is going to make it tougher for Auburn. And it's good to see you in here, Barry. What's going on? He said the dude Cooper Flag was something special the other day. He reminds me of LeBron. Best regards, Barry. Appreciate you joining in, Barry.
Oh, he said it reminded him of Bron.
I think I think when he say that, I'm guessing that he's speaking in a way he's come in as being that top dog, a 17-year-old playing with the Olympians, that type of thing. I'm not going to consider him LeBron, but in that type of stature, maybe coming in at a certain height, and we talked about those things and what he is to the NBA and how he could be. So
He gonna be at the Spurs.
yeah,
I feel it,
I
though.
like what you said about that because bring him on over there with Fox in the game. So I like that. I like Cooper over there with Wemby. Hope everything go well with him getting better in his recovery as well too.
Popovich.
Yep. Same
Popovich
thing.
gotta get better. I don't know if he's gonna return to the sideline,
Yeah,
but
definitely.
Popovich always gonna have something to do with the Spurs. Trust me.
Yeah,
Unless his health is felony, he will always be a Spur. He locked in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Hey, Flag may just be the best prospect since LeBron James. It's definitely possible.
Yes, it
definitely
is.
that. Definitely
It's
that.
definitely possible.
And then that last but not least, you got them boys in blue. You got the Volunteers out here, Tennessee versus Big Blue Nation. I'm Kentucky Wildcat boys. And yeah, I got that blue one. It might say Girl Dad on it, but it's that big blue. So I'm definitely locked in. I feel
You go last. You go last.
man.
You gotta go last. You gotta go last. Like
an interview on you, Parlay Po. You gotta hit it off now.
yeah, you gotta go last. Listen, how are y'all gonna contain Chaz? That's what I want to know. How y'all gonna contain Chaz? Y'all beat them 2 times. It's hard to beat a team 3 times in a row.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I mean?
Yes, that's definitely one of the hardest things to do.
Yeah. So how y'all gonna contain Chaz, man? Chaz special.
Man.
Chaz Lanier. How y'all gonna contain him? Let me know.
Special kid, man. Special kid. For me, he's been 8 of 27 in the 2 games we've played him. So I think we definitely gonna put the same type of pressure on him that we done. And one thing that I do feel is that third one is the toughest out of them all. Even though we've beat them twice, that third one is the toughest. And I think if we come out with that same mentality to play him just as hard, if not tougher, than we did rebound that ball. Amir Williams, I think, being a big difference. And we just got to shoot the ball up the way we did. We shot the ball very well in both of our wins. We've been shooting the ball very well in the tournament. But I think if we start to shoot the ball a lot better, be consistent in halves, put 2 halves together, more so than just one half or a smidget here and there. We put 2 halves together. I think it's something special that's going to happen tonight, man. Shout out to the coach, man, coming back and doing what he's doing as well with Kentucky. A lot of people didn't have us here. I just didn't think we should be ranked this high. But, man, you think I'm not proud? I'm definitely proud of what my boys is putting together this season.
Mm-hmm.
Another key player, Kobe Bryant, man. He's starting to get hot, man. If he can hit that shot today, starting the game off, as well as Carr, the way he plays defense. He didn't have a big scoring night that he usually have, double type of style play, but his points that he got and his presence during key points in that second half propelled us to that win to push us to the Sweet 16 also. So I think those are things that I love that we do as a team. You know, we're putting everything together. And then we can't forget about Butler. You know, he's back. And with his leadership and his Final Four, you know, experience, I think that definitely separates us, having his presence and being able to have that leadership and getting some of these younger guys prepared for tonight's game also.
Yeah, y'all got to keep them dudes off the board because they are the previous game, y'all had them shooting bad.
Yeah.
But Tennessee 6'10", 6'11", dude, whatever.
No.
He still managed the boards though.
Yeah.
He's still heavy on them boards. You know what I mean? So I think he's gonna make his thing tonight to go out there and just try to manhandle them boards.
Yeah. I'm looking at the matchup with Amir Williams and Milicic Jr. I want to see I think the winner of that matchup mixed with a little bit of Carr playing what is it? Akbar Williams versus Milicic Jr. I think that'll be a big deal too.
Yeah, Ziegler too though. Ziegler, y'all gonna put what's his name? On him?
We is what I call him.
Yeah. Y'all gonna put him on Ziegler instead of letting him let him stick Chaz. He gonna have to stick Chaz.
And then we got Brandon Garrison. And then the thing about Ziegler, like I liked him, you know, as a person, as a guard. Then I seen what I seen today. I understand this March Madness. I understand we hoopers, but certain things you don't do, man. I wasn't happy with what I seen. You flicking off the picture of Kentucky. Come on, man. Just be a senior, be a leader, and go play basketball. You don't got to do all that extra stuff. So we on your ass today, bro. I'm going to just say that. So my Cats, I'm looking for them to come out on top, Sweet 16, advance to this Elite 8. You know, that just put more stir to the pot, man. That's one thing I know for sure.
Bulletin board material.
Yeah.
Yeah. 3 times though, man. Ooh.
I know. I don't know, man. I just think I feel very good about the way we've been playing. Like when you got to put games together, like we speak about when it comes to, you know, advancing to, you know, whether it's a playoff, the NFL, you know, whatever it may be. I think these games we've put together is the best we've looked in a span of games this season, especially, you know, in the sequence and in the matter that we have at stake.
But this, you know what 3 times in a row is? This a coach's game.
Yeah.
This a coach's game. The coach supposed to have figured
figure something out.
Yeah, he had to figure this out right now. You know what I mean? He's supposed to know what's going on.
And this is where, and that's where I think we got like 3 for 13 the first. No, he was 5 for 14, I think, the first game, 3 for 13 the second game. So I think we figured something out. 8 of 27, 2 games for Lanier.
Yeah, but he ain't gonna stop shooting though.
Right. So I'm thinking, you know, having Butler, you know, having Garrison and his length, you know, having all these different players, and then we've had players that's come in and played some great minutes throughout this tournament. You know, key positions. Last game, I forget what his name was, man. The young guard, sophomore, he came in, played some key minutes, got a couple big buckets, and those mattered. So that's the only thing. And like you said, the rebound. If we could rebound, if Amir Williams could do what he did game 1, get them 15 rebounds, establish yourself early, I think it could be a big game for him as well. And I'm actually looking for him to, I mean, if he could come out and have one of them 2010, 2015 type of performances, I mean, that would be monumental, man. That would be, like you said, that would be lovely for me, because just think of the last time that's happened for a big man for Kentucky, let alone the Sweet 16. And I'm sorry, Coach, for always forgetting your name at times, Frost, if I'm not mistaken. it'll be great for him to get back to that Sweet 16 as a coach, even.
But you know what? All these players that y'all had, Cal only got one championship.
Yeah, it's deep. It's deep.
Whoa.
We got a lot of players that lose, and I honestly, if this team can actually stay together for a couple years with what we have coming in, I think we can actually get him another one. If not this year, for sure, the next couple years.
Nah, not Cal. Cal gone.
No, I'm saying not Cal, but for sure this new coach.
Yeah.
But I always never, really figured that out. And I used to watch Kentucky when they had Devin Booker, Harrison Twins, Carl Towns. Yeah, Barry, man, something special. Should have got
one year they beat Michigan with the Twins. I thought the Twins was gonna be something, man. I swear I thought they was.
They came out too early.
Yeah,
come out early. Y'all, who y'all think y'all are?
They just always leave early. That's the only thing I noticed with Kentucky.
They came out after the year they beat us. That's the year they came out. They beat us and they came out that year. Yeah. But y'all had AD and who y'all winning? Who was on the championship team?
That was Anthony Davis. That was Terrence Jones, Lamb, D. Miller. Who else we have, man?
Y'all had what like 4 pros on that team, right?
Yeah, we was loaded. D. Miller, Lamb, Jones, Davis. We had a couple more too that came off the bench and played. That was when Shepard, I think, was a freshman. And he overseas, he just went for like a 50 ball. He over there killing.
So Cousins was Cousins there yet?
Cousins had just left.
So Cousins and AD didn't play together.
I don't think they played together.
Okay.
That was the only thing. It
and
was
y'all had the one dude. He was wearing 00 for Sacramento. He played with Fox.
Yeah. What's his
name? Collie Stein or something.
Yeah,
that's the one that played with him and what's the name played together. FanDuel, good to see you in here. He said, "Got to worry about Ziegler, that third team All-American." We definitely, we definitely feel that way. Definitely.
But you know what? Y'all might have to settle down and let him shoot though.
Gilchrist. Yeah, because that championship game. Because it's funny because I forgot about Kid Gilchrist. I was just watching the championship game when we played. What's the name?
Kid Gilchrist was a drug buzz.
Man, Doug, man.
Bruh, he was, oh my God. I thought he was gonna be that dude. Him, you know who remind me of? Gilchrist and the dude who
his jump shot was
the dude who I thought was gonna be good looked like him. He came from Kentucky.
Was it Miller?
No, I'm talking about he was as a high school, he was an All-American, everything. McDonald's All-American, everything. First team, brown skinned dude. What's his name? He left early too. He left super early.
I cannot think of his name.
Yeah, he left super early too. He left right after his freshman year.
We had Jones, that was the left-hand shooter. And they all left after 1 year. He was literally getting players back to back.
Because they was dropping off that suitcase.
Yeah,
they was dropping off that duffel bag full of money.
Man, duffel bag Joe before the nil was already
before the nil. They was dropping that bag off real quick.
And I was like, man, that's
telling dude like, man, you got to leave after this year because we got somebody else coming in.
Gotta go.
You know what I mean? Sure. Like here go 50. Here go 50,000 for 1 year. Like boom, 100,000 for 1 year. They got it.
Yeah. Appreciate you.
Get Cal out of there, man. They spent too much money on Cal, man. They had to get him out of there, man.
Too much money, man. Too much money.
Oh, stars you only win one. Come on, man.
I was totally like, man, that's just insane, man. Like being a fan is just crazy to see that many stars come through. Nobody's
like 20 dudes in the league, bro, or more than that. Y'all had them in the league, bro.
And we should have had, just think of that span. We could have had at least in a 20-year span, at least 5 titles. Like
Should have.
with the talent that was in, if they would have stayed together, I think like that's why I like to talk about BYU and I think what they got, because if you realize they're a young team and to get the #1 top player coming in, I think that's a big thing for them moving forward. You know, and I don't know if programs are going to look into that, but I think that's a great thing that they got brewing over there, man.
You know,
especially with what they got coming back.
Upset alert, y'all.
who's that?
Upset alert.
Anybody want upset alert?
Maryland 58, Maryland 58, South Carolina 57, 4:15 left in the game.
Oh,
appreciate that update because shout out to the women's basketball that's been going on. And
yeah.
Prayers go out, of course, to Juju Beans, man. As I call you Juju Beans. And what you do on the court, man, is just a talent that we all miss, man, in this March, man. That definitely wishing you well. Speedy recovery, that you can get back to doing what you do best, you know, with this game of basketball and just being that person you are. On and off the court, you're influential. So we definitely appreciate you, what you do. Anything anybody else got to say? You know, just we chill.
Hey, man, yeah, let me tell you something, man. Only Ohio State fans made up that team up north. That's because they don't want to say Michigan. No other people supposed to call us team up north.
You know, I have
the team down south. Listen, that team down south.
Post game said Maryland is trying to destroy the brackets. Yes, sir.
Good for Maryland. And then the #1 girl in the nation, she bypassed South Carolina.
Yep, she's going to Oklahoma.
Yeah, she bypassed. It's gonna be. Listen, man. It's gonna be a couple. Now they got the nil. They about to get the bag too, man. They about to get the bag too.
The women's transfer portal going on, a men's transfer portal
going on. And then everybody, listen, that's like Alabama used to be when they had 5 stars sitting behind 5 stars. Them girls from South Carolina be 5 stars. They going somewhere else to play. They're gonna give me money and I can start. Yeah. That's what they're gonna start doing.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? Like that's why what's the name got mad at first, because UConn's coach.
Right.
You know what I mean? UConn's coach, because they was giving that bag away. You know what I mean? He wasn't getting the players like he is. You know what I mean? Because you remember UConn, Maya Moore, all them girls, man, they was so cold, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, Maya Moore, she a goddess at UConn. You know what I mean?
She a goddess, this period.
Yeah, but I would say that UConn, she walked.
Yeah, she definitely got it,
bro.
Yeah, definitely got it there.
Yeah, she walked on water. She got titles, man.
And
you know, she the only one of them that went like undefeated like 2 years in a row. Her team did.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like
it could have been 3. Seemed like it was like 3 of them.
Yeah, like
they was going crazy.
Man.
You were you watching the game at the night, Parlay?
I don't know. I'm gonna be at the Bat Cave in the undisclosed
location.
You know what I mean? Like
hey, that's Sweet 16 for you, man. I'm not mad at you, bro.
Hey, I'll be standing up in my living room watching the game. You hear me? Like this,
like
all
right. Already know. I could only imagine how you was last. I'm like, man, Parlay Poe ain't in the chat. I'm like, man,
I couldn't look. They calling me. I stopped answering the phone because I supposed to have been somewhere at somebody's birthday party. Like I was like, I'm glad I ain't telling nobody I was gonna pick them up. You know what I mean? Like
we on CP time today for sure.
You feel me? I got there late and left early. I was like, man,
yes, sir.
So when I got there, it was like 4 more other Michigan players. Baker was there. Little Jermaine Baker, Antonio Russell. He was there, you know what I mean?
Shout out to the guys.
We greeting each other like go blue. So we come in there, you know what I mean?
Like, ain't nothing like it,
man.
Nothing like it, man. Then, man, just speaking of people in the hood, man. Shout out to the Hazelwood family, man. Everybody from the hood, man, praying for y'all, man. Hazelwood Humphrey family, we with y'all, man. Can't even imagine what y'all going through. Don't want to talk too much more about it. When I see y'all, y'all know it's love, you know, every day, man. Shout out to anybody that's lost a family member as well, you know, over this week, this weekend, man.
My boy, my guy, Tuffy Randall, his wife passed too. So
Damn, for real.
yeah,
Sorry to hear about that, man. Sorry to hear about that too.
yeah.
Yeah, man. We just like we always talk about, man. We show love to everybody, man. We a well-knit community, you know, growing up, and these are like my uncles. Each picture you see that we hitting off of is like my uncles, and then FanDuel, that's little bro, you know. So we definitely tap into the streets as far as we keep our ear tuned in to everything that's going on, man. And we just always want to send our prayers out to everybody every day. You know, you may not know it, but we definitely praying for you all. Then, man, just anybody out there, man, whatever you're doing, man, positive, man, just keep it going. Anyway, man, don't let nobody tell you anything different. Just live life how you choose to. You know what your positive side is. Anything anybody else got to say before I hit them with this other quote? They gonna like it.
Bro,
I think.
hey, if y'all got these guys that these little kids out here that can't be sponsored, if they need basketball shoes or whatever stuff like that, cleats for football, man, you know what I mean? Just hit us up, man. Hit the line. We'll make it happen. You know what I mean?
Definitely, man. We not just
I mean, I remember I used to see little kids out there playing in tennis shoes, man. You
Mm-hmm.
can't play out there when it's wet when it's tennis shoes, bro. I don't care what you do. You can't play in tennis shoes when it's wet. When that ground wet, you can't play in no tennis shoes.
Yeah, I agree. And like Coach Prime said, man, you look good, feel good. You feel good, you play good. So, I mean, people could say it however they want to say it, man, but that's really a true story. You know, for me, that, you know, we've all been a part of that, and we know how that could be. So, you know, we not just some guys just sitting here talking our shit. We really, you know, like doing and reaching out to the community, especially the youth. So that's some things you'll start seeing us having flashes and having stuff going on throughout the summer. So if you want to be a part of it, or, you know, you want to step into letting us know what's going on, man, just definitely tap into us. We got emails. Y'all know how to get a hold of us, WTP Sports Groups. We also do so much on Facebook, but y'all see I'm drinking my coffee.
I feel you.
I'm loving it. I'm not talking about Mickey D, so don't sue me, but I love your coffee, and I need some of that coffee. I need that coffee, Mickey D. So you already
need that fix.
Get me right, Mickey D's. I'll drink it all day, every day.
Post game said that's why I rock with y'all. That's real.
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. And he actually hit me up on my email, man. He's on a new work schedule, and he said he's been hitting us up on the playbacks. And I responded to him like, man, we appreciate it, man. Just from day one, man. We appreciate everything you do post game. When it comes to watching us, the playbacks, the whole nine, man. We rocking with you. I subscribe to your channel today as well.
Okay. What's his put his channel in the chat.
I'm gonna send what's the name to the chat,
so I can subscribe to it too.
Subscribe to it, and we'll be locked in with that. Pretty cool guy, man. So definitely, man, for the world, man. Y'all know what we doing here, man. It's WTP Sports Dudes that put it all together. That's Parlay Poe. That's City League TV. That's T1. That's Ask Somebody.
What it do?
Off too with his podcast, his YouTube channel. So make sure y'all stay tuned. And Parlay Poe, here's his setup, and he gonna be rolling with you too. So y'all already know, man. We hit y'all with them peace signs. It's Sweet 16, March Madness. So y'all make sure y'all tune in.
Love y'all, man. Peace.
Love you too, bro. Love y'all, fellas.
Love y'all too, man. You already know.